So let's talk about what might be going on in the world of corporate governance and boards in recent times. The most interesting news I've come across is Oba Otudeko sold his first holdco shares in 17 off-market deals. This was about 10 billion shares, and he made about 323 billion plus naira. It's going to be interesting to see how the approval process goes, because of course it's such a large transfer. It's going to have to go to the CBN. I would like to see how the organization structure might change in terms of new appointments or exits, how minority shareholders might be treated and how they feel. I'm sure Otedola will be happy being likely the next biggest shareholder with the controlling shares. It's always very interesting to see how this dynamics plays. What do you think about this exit? I feel like it's a test of some sort of corporate governance in practice. We do know that First Holdco has had a lot of tips and a lot of news about shareholder dynamics, and I'm just interested to follow this story and see how the deal closes out and how the organization actually progresses through it. Also, we have a SEC circular that was shared last month, and this expressly limits independent non-executive directors from becoming executive directors on the board. What do you think about this? When I first saw the circular, I thought, I get it. Of course, it's in line with the Nigerian Code of Corporate Governance. It's in line with the SEC guidelines. But you know how when you're on a board, you've built some trust, you've built some comfort, and I'm thinking about situations where there are roles to be filled and maybe the board feels like, oh, we trust this person, then experts in this field, they'll be a perfect fit, or we can't find anyone else. But of course, in maintaining how boards operate, in maintaining the actual rationale behind independent non-executive directors, especially being the voice of reason, being the voice that can stand outside of the organization and say, really, I think this is a viewpoint that we should consider. I see why this express ban on transmutation is so key. It's also important to know that for some capital market operators, especially if they're public interest days, there's a limit on the term for the directors of those organizations. And again, a lot of this changes and dynamics just tells you that corporate governance is alive and well, and we're growing every day, and there are just rules coming in that are going to help us